Hello, this is Shan Chandrasekhar welcoming you to another delightful part of our programming. Having featured some of the finest of motion picture stars, producers, directors, music directors and singers from the Bombay film industry and the Indian film industry, I should say, we are delighted to present an outstanding young singer who has made a great name for herself. She's truly multilingual, incredible combination. She's half Bengali, half Punjabi. She's a dentist. So in addition to that, she's also learned Odissi dance and Hindustani music. What a combination, true personification of national integration, none other than Dr. Nikhita Gandhi. Beautiful. Nikhita, hearty congratulations.
Thank you so
much. What an outstanding accomplishment at such a young age.
Thank you.
Your parents have every right to be very proud of you.
That's so sweet of you. Thank you.
Nikhita, you've got so many awards already. Let's start off with the Mirchi Awards. Okay?
Yes.
It's one of the most prestigious awards. You got the Mirchi Music Awards and you're nominated as well, more than once.
I think what excites me even more than the awards is being included in award shows, not just in Bollywood, but also in other industries in India.
Right.
So Mirchi Music Awards, I was nominated and won for the albums that I was in
Yeah.
Bollywood, in
Right.
Jagga Jasoos as well as Jab Harry Met Sejal.
Right.
Both amazing albums by Pritam Da. And even in the Bengal industry, I was nominated, and I think I won for the film Macher Jhol.
Right.
So I think as an artist, like for the audience, it's more about Bollywood and about the big fish in the pond.
Right.
But to me, it's exciting to be part of more like the regional work excites me as well, because it's so interesting for an artist to be able to sing in different languages and to be so warmly welcomed. I think I'm so happy to be part of the Tamil film fraternity, the Telugu film fraternity, even though I don't speak the language. I'm not necessarily from there, but it's so exciting to be a part of that community and to be accepted. So that's amazing.
Fabulous. In fact, we're going to analyze your contribution in the Hindi film industry, in the Tamil film industry, the Telugu film industry. You've done multiple languages and Bengali film industry. In addition to that, we're certainly going to explore your extraordinary talent in English.
Thank you.
I mean, your diction, your delivery, your confidence, and your linguistic skills are exquisite.
Thank
So
you.
we will go into each one of them, during the course of this particular special that we are doing on you.
Okay.
As part of a tribute to Indian cinema, it's very laudable for us to think that you've played a very important role at such a young age. Raabta with Deepika Padukone, it's your voice.
Yes.
And and the title song, and you won an award for it. So tell me about Raabta.
Raabta was my first Bollywood song.
Yeah.
I still can't believe that was my first song, because I mean, look at the people involved in that project. Pritam Da is the composer of that song. It's picturized on Deepika Padukone, one of the finest actors from Bollywood. I owe a lot to the director of the film and Pritam Da for having so much trust in me to give me this kind of an opportunity, because I never would have thought in my wildest dreams that a new person, like a new voice, a fresh voice, would be given this kind of opportunity. And it is such a beautiful song. It's an existing song. It was kind of a recreation of Raabta, and I shared it with Arijit Singh. And I mean, I feel so blessed to even be in this interview, to be part of the interviews that you've been doing for 100 Years of Cinema. It is incredible, I think, the kind of work, the kind of, the magnitude of work that's gone into the Indian film fraternity. And I feel so blessed to be, a little cog in the machine.
Oh, that's...
And I think it's just a lot of gratitude, I think, to so many people. You'd never know. I mean, I owe so much to Pritam Da, to so many people who played a role in that. But sometimes it's also the people you don't talk about. You don't even know who has recommended you or influenced your path in life. And I think it's about realizing that, there are people who actively and passively play a role in changing your destiny. And that's the incredible thing about music.
Well, you are exceptionally I would say, gracious, in the sense.
Thank you.
And very seldom you'll come across people, along with your humility. The values has been inculcated in you as a child growing up. Credit goes to your parents, I must say.
Absolutely.
So it's pretty obvious, it's seen there. Keep it up, that's great.
Thank you so much.
So, but sing the first Raabta for me.
Raabta, sure. कुछ तो है तुझसे राबता, कुछ तो है तुझसे राबता, क्यों है ये, कैसे है ये, तू बता, कुछ तो है तुझसे राबता, तो है तुझसे राबता.
In addition to that, now there was a fantastic Filmfare Award for you from Jab Harry Met Sejal.
Yes.
It's Ghar, right?
Ghar,
Yeah.
yes. Ghar to me personally is my it's my personal favorite in terms of songs that I've gotten to sing. And that nomination itself was so special because it's probably my least popular song in terms of numbers, but it's one of those songs that grows on you. Every musician or even fan or just a listener who I meet, they always congratulate me about that song because it's just such a beautifully written song by Pritam Da, and I just feel so happy to have sung it. Sometimes it's not about that hit song, it's about getting to sing these really special melodies that you feel so emotional and overwhelmed just to sing it. When you're singing in the studio, it makes you want to cry. And it's one of those songs. And I think the joy is when you get to sing those kind of songs because they really stay with you in the long run.
Absolutely. Do the first line for me, please.
खाली है जो तेरे बिना, मैं वो घर हूँ तेरा, खाली है जो तेरे बिना, मैं वो घर हूँ तेरा, मैं वो घर हूँ तेरा.
You got a tremendous, again, Filmfare Award for your beautiful Bengali song.
Yes, this film called Uron Chondi. So it's a very different kind of song. It's a very folky kind of rendition that I've gotten to do, which I have not done that before, especially in Bengali films. And this was for a Proshenjit film. Proshenjit is a very famous celebrity and actor in Bengal, and he produced this film actually. He wasn't in the film. He produced it, and it was a very beautiful film actually about women and about. It was very touching for me because my song was about the struggle of women, and it was a beautiful role to play in a film like that. So that's kind of the story behind Sai Re. So
that's wonderful. Well, having known the background, it also helps really understand the song and the spirit behind the song. So do the first line for me.
I just sing a little bit. It's a little more in the folky, freestyle kind of zone. Sai Re, Sai Re.
Wow.
Sai Re, Sai Re.
What a voice. So tell me about this voice culture of yours, okay? You learnt Hindustani classical music, but you also had an incredible flair for Western music. So the development of this voice with that kind, you can either sing extremely soft in a very sad situation, but you can also be very powerful in a folk situation for that matter.
I've learned Hindustani. That's something that I learned, which is more in the melodious space. I've learned some Nazrul Gitis, and I actually did an album on Nazrul Gitis, which are similar to Rabindra Sangeets, but by another poet called Qazi Nazrul Islam, and a little bit of classical. But I was one of those rebellious students, I think, because I used to seldom practice. But I used to love like listening to new styles, and I think that's how I started divulging into listening to jazz and soul and pop, and so I used to listen to a lot of Aretha Franklin and Ella Fitzgerald, and so all of that was self-taught. It was something that I just loved listening to, and I just developed that by listening. Even folk is something that I just listen. I used to listen to. Kailash Kher was new then, and he had just come up with his album Kailasa, and I was in middle school or something, and so I used to listen to a lot of independent Bollywood, like independent Hindi music, not necessarily Bollywood. So my earlier influences in India were Kailash Kher and Rekha Bhardwaj and all these singers. So this is just out of, I think, curiosity.
Interesting. It's amazing that you spoke about Kailash Kher. I want you to listen to what Kailash told me about the same kind of influence that he had in terms of music. So take a look at what he said.
Right. Music is not just what we are listening from movies only.
Right.
You know, apart from movies, there are so many depth in our classical music, folk music. You don't see music just for the part of entertainment. There is a, you know, element of enlightenment also.
Yeah.
So that's what the connection with me is.
So coming back to your own, you said about this particular song from the movie Kedarnath, I have to ask you, you won the Sony Audience Award for that.
Yes.
But it's a song that you sang with Arijit.
Yes.
What a beautiful duet.
Yes.
Congratulations
Yes,
again.
Thank you.
So tell me about that.
This is a song called Kafirana. It's one of the newer tracks that I've sung this year, and again, hats off to Amit Trivedi, and he's so incredible when you get to work with composers who understand or notice things in you that you don't notice yourself. Because I would have never thought he would have called me for a song like that, because it's so sweet and Indian, and I seem to have a reputation for having a more Western flair. Nevertheless, he made me sing this song, and I got so much positive feedback for it because people loved what I did in it, and I owe it to him because I think it's the sensibility of the composer to understand where to use which singer, and that's been with most of the composers I've worked with, starting from A.R. Sir all the way to Pritam Da and Amit Trivedi. They've had such incredible judgment when it comes to, you know, where to use what voice, and that's pretty much how Kafirana happened for me.
That's wonderful. Just do the first line of that for me.
Yeah. Sang chal rahe hain, sang chal rahe hain, धूप के किनारे छाँव की तरह, काफिराना सा है, इश्क है या क्या है, इश्क है या क्या है.
You know, you had a very nice song from Jagga Jasoos.
Yes, Uluka Patta.
Yeah.
Jagga Jasoos, coincidentally, it's been 2 years. We're celebrating 2 years of that film. And that film is actually very special to me because it was a musical and it had a lot of songs actually. Just in the album, there were just 4-5. But in the film, there were about 30 songs.
Wow.
And they were all songs, like not just background score. And I had sung about probably 7-8 of those.
Wow.
And so there are a lot of songs that I've sung in the film which are really close to my heart. The theme song, there's a song called Aflatun, which is the theme song of the character Jagga, which was in my voice. And then a lot of sequence songs. And then of course Uluka Patta, again a duet with Arijit Singh. And I've done a lot of duets with him.
That's wonderful.
Which to me is really cool because he's also a Bengali Punjabi, which I like to call Benjabis. So it's kind of special to have to work with somebody like that. Like, to me, it's like a special bond. And of course, he's like the best, and it's so incredible to have shared this journey with him. Uluka Patta, I think, is the coolest song I've gotten to sing. It's a very beautiful track, I think very fresh. There are no songs like that in terms of arrangement in Bollywood. And I got to be myself in that track. I was very cabaret and Western in that song, so I got to do my thing. So yeah, that's the story of Uluka Patta.
Do that song for me.
Confuse है दोस्ती पे इसे एतबार आधा है रंग में दोस्ती के जो भंग घोलते इश्क का वो तो सर पे सवार आता है निगल सके नहीं उगल सके संगमरमर का छुट्टी बनाता है दिल उलूका पट्टा है इश्क का भूत सर पे सवार आधा है.
You're singing with such seasoned music directors such as Pritam Da, A.R. Rahman, several other good music directors that you work with.
Yes.
You're spontaneous anyway. So are there times that in your own enthusiasm that you're quite exuberant, you can even add to the spirit of the song?
That's actually funny that you mentioned that. That happened in Jaga Jasus, this song Ulu Kapata.
Yeah.
There's a part that goes बेसर पैर की है इसकी याद आफत को जान के देता है दावतें. So this part is something that I just did.
Fantastic.
And they kept it, so I love it when those little things happen where you just put a little bit of yourself in the track and the director keeps that as an integral part of the song. So that's something that I do get to do with.
That's fantastic.
songs.
Again, congratulations.
Thank
You had another big hit with Sachin Sachin, the song, which is A.R. Rahman's music.
Yes.
Sachin, A Million Dreams. So tell me
So
about that.
those are more like, that wasn't really a song, it was more soundscapey. I think
Okay.
I sang in the Telugu version of that film.
Okay.
So one of the most incredible things for me to work with Rahman sir is that he does a lot of international work
Right.
and a lot of interesting projects. So Sachin, A Billion Dreams was one of them.
Right.
Then I've of course started my career actually with him with the song Ladio, which I did.
Of
for
course,
the
which is
film.
very big. Yeah.
That was my first
That was right
song.
after Kalyana Samayal Sadam.
But it was like a really small portion.
Yeah.
Ladio was like my first
Yeah.
individual like solo song,
Right.
and I barely spoke Tamil, so
Yeah.
it was it was crazy. I was like, when I did the recording and the lyrics are really tough in that song,
Yeah.
because a lot of my friends from Chennai, they were like, how did you sing that song? Like, we
Yeah.
don't even know half the words.
Yeah.
Like, we don't, they're very like non-spoken Tamil
Yeah,
words.
yeah.
So they were really tongue twisted, and it's such a fast song.
Yeah.
So it's just a crazy experience, my first experience, and it was like the toughest. But I think I owe a lot to Madan Karki, because he's so incredible and chill, and he really walked me through that track, and he's such an amazing lyricist.
That's true.
So
So we might as well do Ladio then for me.
sure.
Yeah.
I'm a somebody, yeah. I'm a somebody, yeah. Lady, oh, beautiful lady, oh, sexy lady, oh, legs, cardio. Lady, oh, beautiful lady, oh, sexy lady, oh, legs, cardio.
That's fabulous. That's fabulous. Here is a version that's a pleasant surprise for you, by the way. I want you to watch, Nikhita unplugged doing the same song.
yeah.
Lady, oh, beautiful lady, oh, sexy lady, oh.
Love it. Here's a girl from combination of Bengal and Punjab, culturally very rich that way, going to college in the south, studying dentistry.
Yes.
Your parents would have wanted you to become a dentist, or would they prefer you to become the singer? What did they want when you were young?
So I remember when I was in 11, 12, I wanted to be a doctor. Actually, I wanted to be a vet, but they said, you might as well be a people doctor. So I said, okay. And they are both dental surgeons as well.
Oh, wow.
And they said that you might as well do dentistry since you have so many passions, since you're so extracurricular, you like doing dance and music and all that. So you might as well do dentistry. It's easier to, balance both. And I'm glad I made that decision. That's what took me to Chennai, and that's, I think, what changed my life, because that's where I met AR. So, and I'm getting to do this. And I think my parents have been super supportive. And that's like one thing I'd like to say to everyone out there, that, to parents out there, to be like, and we live in a world also where the oddest professions seem to make a living and seem to make a really good living for youngsters these days. I know friends who make a living from gaming and video games. So it's a strange world that we live in, and I think to have the support of your parents is so important, and they've been really supportive.
Nikhita, I want to go into another area where your extraordinary talent is becoming more and more obvious. Your rendition of English songs.
Okay.
Georgia, you did a fabulous job. If you close your eyes, you would think it's a Hollywood singer, who's won an Emmy Award singing that song.
Oh my God.
Because you were so good with that song. So tell me about this interest that you developed living in India for Western music, and also getting the spirit behind delivery of that with the right accent, with the right feeling. that you delivered that song?
It's a funny thing, my mom actually, she used to tell me this growing up, just seeing the way I was when it comes to dancing and singing. She used to look at me and she used to be like, I feel like you have some African genes in you because I don't know where you get it from, because she spent a little bit of her young adulthood in Nigeria. Her parents were there for a bit. So she's like, I feel like some of that gene is in you, and she keeps telling me that as a joke. And I mean, if you noticed the Western flair, then she must be right. But yeah, so I don't know where it comes from. I do have, I mean, her side of the family did listen to a lot of records from the West. Like my grandfather, he had this habit of, you know, every time he would go out on a lecture, he was a professor in management, and every time he would come back from a lecture, he would pick up a record for her. So they had this huge collection of Bonnie M and the Beatles and the Doors and anything. It started going from Indian ghazal music to really like anything, any record under the sun. They had Spyro Gyra and all these jazz albums as well. And I guess I have heard a little bit of that growing up. So I don't really know how it happened. I guess it's just something I related to when I listen to artists from the West, like an Alicia Keys, or older artists like Eva Cassidy or Ella Fitzgerald. So those are people I just loved the way they sang and their aura. So maybe it's just something that I picked up.
I want you to watch your video with me.
Okay.
Georgia. Again, let me tell you, hearty congratulations.
Thank you.
You did a superb job.
Thank you so much.
Georgia, a song of you.
Taking the spirit on that basis, classic, you created a mashup with that, with Lata Mangeshkar's old song. That's Aaj Jaane Ki Zid Na Karo. What a beautiful classic from the old days. But you took that, and what a beautiful job you did in terms of transition from Hindi to English. So tell me about this.
So this is something that, again, the other singer I was talking to you about, Shashwat, he and I have been putting out these videos of what's a fun fact about that video is that it was a single take. So, and we were two singers singing on one mic. So we wanted to do this concept for our Instagram viewers to put out. So we wanted to make it more challenging than just, you know, because mashups is a pretty common trait these days. So we wanted to do an interesting mashup, but we also wanted to do it live. So we made the track ready, and we probably did it 10-15 times till we got the right take. And that's one of those videos was Aaj Jaane Ki Zid Na Karo.
Beautifully done again. Congratulations
Thank you.
again.
Darker than the ocean, deeper than the sea.
There's one more I want to talk to you. Savarne Lage from Mitron.
Mitro, yes.
What a beautiful piece.
Thank you.
So I want you to sing the first line of that for me.
दिल ये हवा में उड़ने लगे हैं हुआ पराया जी आधे है जागे आधे है सोए कहाँ ले आया जी दिल ये हवा में उड़ने लगे हैं हुआ पराया जी आधे है जागे आधे है सोए कहाँ ले आया जी दिल आधे है जागे आधे है सोए कहाँ ले आया जी.
Let's talk about this movie Chef, you know.
Yes.
You had a beautiful song there.
Tan Tan, yes.
Yeah.
It's like the snazziest song that I've sung. And that's composed by Raghu Dixit.
Right.
Very, very cool musician.
Right.
Funny story about him and the interaction I had with him. He was the first Hindi song I actually recorded. So I remember I was in his studio and he was like, oh my God, I'm going to launch you with this song. And the day I went to sing, we had a few lyric corrections and I went to his studio in Bangalore to do that. And that was the day the trailer of Raabta released.
Oh.
So I remember, and he's so sweet, like he played it on his screen in the studio and he said, let's watch it. He was a little bummed that he's not launching me first, but he was so excited for me as well. So we all sat there and it was so sweet of him because I was there for his work. And we all sat there and watched the trailer of Raabta and my voice was in it. And they were like, oh my God, this is so cool. And we, you know, it just feels so great to share because I was like on top of the world. I remember taking a bus from Chennai to Bangalore to meet him, to come for the recording. And that was the day I learned that the trailer came out and my voice was in it. And I got to know that Raabta is going to be in my voice. So that
Yeah.
was the moment that I learned that. And I remember I was in a bus from Chennai to Bangalore, and I was alone, and I was watching the trailer, and I could hear somebody else in the bus also listening to the trailer because it had just released.
Yeah.
And there were so many thoughts going through my head.
Wow.
It was crazy because I was just smiling like an idiot.
Wow.
And obviously nobody knew that it was my voice, and it was just so crazy because I was like, oh my God, that's me. People are listening to me.
Yeah.
And then when I went to meet Raghu, he played the trailer, and that was my interaction with him the day the song was, the teaser was launched. And then we dubbed Tan Tan, and Tan Tan was an incredible experience. Such a cool song, so well written by Ankit, and just, I think it's the most like diva cabaret song that I've sung, so I love it.
Sing the first line of Tan Tan for me.
Okay. 50-50 life में बस थोड़ी सी कमी, चटपटी कचौरी में बस चटनी है नहीं, थोड़ा है थोड़ा नहीं, रम है पर कोला नहीं, मम्बो जम्बो लाइफ में बस तेरी ही कमी, मेरा दिल बोले टन टन, घंटी बजा ले टन टन, नंबर लगा ले टन टन, सिग्नल दिखा दे टन टन, my heart go.
लाइफ में बस थोड़ी सी कमी, चटपटी कचौड़ी।
Let's go to Sanju, you know.
Yes,
You know,
okay.
a
Sanju
big
is,
movie,
yeah.
again by A.R. Rahman.
In Sanju, what was really special was A.R. Sir had just done 2 songs in that
Yeah.
film. I think he did it more as a favor to Raju Hirani sir, because he never really does just few songs in a film, and they really wanted him to give these 2 songs to the film, and it's so incredible that I got to sing one of them. That's my first Hindi song actually with Rahman sir, even though I started my journey with him.
Yeah.
This was the first time I sang in Bollywood for him. And Mujhe Chand Pe Le Chalo is such a beautiful song because he had to recreate sort of a 90s kind of vibe, 80s, 90s kind of vibe. So if you listen to the song, it sounds very retro. It sounds like it was composed much before because it's very old school. And that's what I love about it. The melody is really strong. And so the funny thing, since we were talking about this outside, I'm going to mention a little piece of trivia. So he wanted Mr. Hirani to just get he wanted him to hear my voice.
Yeah.
So I think after we dubbed the song, or before, around the same time when I was at the studio with Sir, he said that just go into the studio and sing anything, because I just want Mr. Hirani to kind of get a vibe of your texture, to so that he knows how to implement it in the film. And I sang Georgia on my mind. Okay. And so I think Hirani, so he's so generous. He was so sweet. When I went to dub the background version of the song as well, he was so sweet about my texture and voice. And so yeah, that's how Mujhe Chand Pe Le Chalo happened.
Do the first line for me.
मुझे चांद पे ले चलो, तारे दिखा दो मुझे, है रात भर का सफर ये, कल को ना मिलना मुझे चांद पे ले चलो, कल को ना मिलना मुझे।
Arjun Patiala is a film in which Diljit Dosanjh and Kriti Sanon and I seem to be singing a lot for her recently, of late. And this is a song called Main Deewana Tera. I've actually sung very little in that song. I've sung the last chorus. But it's my first time singing with Guru Randhawa, and he's a very big name right now in the Punjabi industry especially. And I'm half Punjabi, so I feel a little connection there.
That's wonderful.
And so that's a song called Main Deewana Tera.
Just do that portion of yours.
क्योंकि तू दीवाना मेरा तू, दीवाना मेरा तू, दीवाना मेरा ओ ओ ओ आशिक, पुराना मेरा तू, पुराना मेरा तू, दीवाना मेरा तू।
Amit Trivedi, you've done more than one. One was Manmarsdiyan.
Manmarsdiyan, yes.
The other one is Kedarnath.
Kedarnath, yeah.
Both are Amit Trivedi. And
Yes,
also
The
Extraordinary Journey of the
Fakir,
Fakir. Frankly, it has only got about 4 or 5 songs in which the biggest song is really yours.
Okay.
Because you sang a duet there
Yes.
with Vishal Dadlani.
Yes.
So tell me about that song. from Extraordinary Journey of the Fakir?
So this song's called Madari. Really fun song. I mean, it's again like really cool because I got to sing a song called Madari with Vishal Dalali. One of his most famous songs is a song called Madari
Right.
from I think Coke Studio.
Right.
So I think it's so cool that I got to sing another Madari with
Right.
him. And it's a really, really fun dance song. And I actually learned that there was a flash mob in Canada which performed, they did like a flash mob of Madari in Canada here. So I was really excited when I saw that video. So it's nice that there's this connection with Canada and with the French connection, of course, with that film. So yeah, it's a really fun song and I'm so happy to have sung it.
Just do the first line for me.
Madari, madari, na na du pitari, mantar chu mantar dara. Madari, madari, khole jadoo pitari, mantar chu kar de sabhi.
I'm going to go for a contrast.
Okay.
You know, you're full of fun and frolic. Okay? So you did an imitation of Kishore Kumar's yodeling. I remember you did it live. I want you to just watch what you did, okay?
Okay.
It was full of fun and frolic. Let's take a look at this. There is a piece of yours that you composed.
Yes.
And it was a masterpiece. And we loved it. Hum
Thank
Shakal.
you. Thank you so much.
What a job you did, okay?
Thank you.
So tell me about that composition of yours.
So I'm actually, I mean, I do write a lot of music.
Yeah.
And I've written a lot of songs before even doing music professionally.
Yeah.
So I'm actually working on a lot of original content because I'm in that phase where I want to express and share my own compositions as well. Most of them are in English, so
Yeah.
it's a little more indie for the general audience that I cater to.
Right.
But I really wanted to start bringing out my own stuff, you know. And Hum Shakal was one of the first, I would say, guinea pig projects that I did because I just wanted to release something with no, like there was really no plan with that song in terms of like marketing or, you know, there was like I didn't go to a label or anything. I just did it independently, like completely on my own. So what's incredible about that is, so I had a friend called Shlok Lal, an amazing lyricist. So he wrote the lyrics for that song. I composed and produced it.
Wow.
And I also did like the editing of the song. So it was a really cool thing for me. My friend Shashwat, who's also, Shashwat Singh, he's an incredible singer, and he sang actually another song from Sanju. So the other song by A.R. So Ruby Ruby is what he sang. And he's also an amazing DOP. So he directed the video for me and I edited it, and that's how Hum Shakal happened. It's kind of a little bit of me in that song because it's very street and very raw, and that's kind of how I am as an artist, like independently. So that's kind of the song.
Well, hearty congratulations.
Thank you.
You did an outstanding job on
Thank
that song.
you.
Take a look at Nikhita Gandhi in Hum Shakal. Well, Nikhita, God bless you.
Thank
you. And we want you to go from success to success.
Thank you.
And we look forward to having you back in the
Thank
show
you.
with us. And it's been an absolute pleasure having you. You are, full of energy. Your enthusiasm is infectious. Keep up the great things that you're doing in music.
Thank you so much.
And
for
audience
having me.
around the world would be thrilled to watch you live on stage as well.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be a part of this, honestly. What you're doing is remarkable. I think it's so driven by passion. I kept telling you that even before this interview, that the kind of targets that you have strived to achieve and achieved with hundreds of singers, composers, actors, and creating century after century with 100 years of cinema. And it's amazing the kind of love and affection with which you do what you do, because the way you've kept all the archives of all the interviews that you've done. It's the way I felt when I first sang my first Bollywood song. I couldn't believe that it happened, and I can't believe that I'm part of a history-making interview with you, and that's just amazing.
The feeling is mutual.
And I must say that I hope that I do what I'm doing also as passionately and for as long as you have been doing, because I think you've been so aggressively and so steadily doing this for for eons, and I hope that I can do the same with my journey.
I'm sure
Thank
you would. You've already done great deal of accomplishment at such a young age. Keep it up, okay? Please convey my regards to your family.
Thank
and
you so
you are delightful.
Thank you.
We hope you've enjoyed this presentation. Please like, share, and subscribe so you can be up to date with all our content.